Today, I wanted to introduce you to a new friend in our class. Well, this, Huckleberries, is my friend Nash.
Okay, so as we all know, teachers today will do anything that they can to teach children, as young as those children, about gender, identity, sexual orientation, or whatever. The wokeness, if you will. They're going to do everything they can also to keep it behind the parents' backs because they know parents do not want their little ones learning this trash at that young age. But these woke teachers are going to do it. They're going to continue to do it. And you saw her introduce the new kid in class, and this is Nash. Well, after that, I don't know why it was recorded, but I found it, and I'm glad I did. She sat down with 3 other women to talk about how she felt that day with introducing the new student in class. So have a look at
Today was fun. It was really interesting, though, knowing going in, being like, I don't know what questions kiddos are going to have or what they're going to say, which is both like nerve-wracking, but also kind of exciting. It's that place of not knowing as a teacher and just being okay with that.
Yeah, so she thought it was interesting and fun, not knowing what kind of questions the kiddos were going to have. And of course, she knew what she was going to do, but she was okay with that because, as she said, it was exciting not knowing for a teacher how they were going to react. Well, these are little kids. You're trying to push something on them they do not understand, but you're going to do it anyways. So in the next clip, we're going to see how she really introduces Nash and how she explains Nash is gender. Have a look at this.
And the friend likes to ask the question, are you a boy or a girl? And Nash answers, I'm just a kid.
But kids can be boys or
They can be boys or girls. Yeah.
Or maybe non-binary.
Yeah.
It was just like non-binary, yeah. That's just something that we know. And this is something, I mean, it's like they're 4 and 5 years old and they just didn't make a big deal out of being a boy or a girl.
And I think it was a huge testament to how much we've been talking about it in the classroom that you never mentioned the term non-binary. It was a child who brought that up because it's constantly in conversation.
I'm sorry, but this is so wrong in so many ways because, you heard her, friends like to ask, are you a boy or a girl? And one of the little kids said, you can be a boy or a girl. Then another little kid said, or they. And then another one said, or non-binary. Are you kidding me right now? You want me to believe that a 4 or 5 year old kid knows what non-binary is? They want us to believe that they are not drilling this in these kids' heads because, of course, they knew they were going to videotape this. So she wanted that to come out so we could all hear it and go, oh my God, a little 4-year-old or 5-year-old knows what non-binary is? And then she's back with her little group and they're amazed that that little girl said non-binary and the teacher never even brought it up. What are these people thinking? They want us to believe that these little kids brought that up on their own, that they've never heard it before. They know what they means as they, them, you know, the non-binary. I'm neither male nor female. They really want us to believe that 4 or 5 year olds know what this shit means. And they videotape it to say, see, we told you they know. That's why we're teaching them so young. You know, Ron DeSantis did the right thing, and I don't know why more governors are not following his lead. And what he did was banning this trash from being taught to elementary school kids because those children are developing. They are there to make friends and learn the basics. They're 4 and 5 years old. But Miss Piper wants to bring in her little doll Nash and make believe that Nash is non-binary. And you are not, they are not. I'll sit in a room with them and I'll debate this for hours. There is no way that that teacher did not coach that child to say non-binary, because she knew that a lot of people, or most smart people, are against this trash. And she knew she was going to videotape it and put it out for all to see. That's how stupid these people think we are. I, for one, do not believe and will never believe that a 4 or 5 year old child would call another 4 or 5 year old child they or them, and certainly would not say you're non-binary. But it got better because something was said, and I don't think she caught it, but I caught it. So when a little boy said something, and I loved it, but she played it off, have a look at this last clip.
Yeah, just like me. So Nash, just like me, is non-binary. So they aren't sure if they're a boy or a girl. So when people ask them, are you a boy or a girl? Right now they just feel like saying, I'm a kid. They're figuring it out.
Why does he like stars?
They like stars.
They like stars.
Yeah. And they are
Why did
really...
he wear a star shirt?
They wore their star shirt because it's their favorite shirt, and because they were nervous today, they thought.
So again, they're programming these children to believe this nonsense. Nash is non-binary like me, the teacher said. Are you friggin' kidding me right now? And they expect the average person to believe that those children know that. And then a little girl said, does he like stars? And what did the teacher say? They like stars. And the whole class repeated it. They like stars. It's almost like a cult. These people are trying to put together a cult, okay? And they want to go out and preach their message of there's all kinds of genders. And then that one other little kid said, why does he have a star shirt on? And the teacher said, they love stars. Again, are you friggin' kidding me? Why is this allowed? Especially because this video was all over the place and no one's doing anything about it. These teachers should be removed from the classrooms. If you want to teach this trash, you teach it in later years of high school or in college. They are brainwashing these children to believe that they can be a boy or a girl. And then the list goes on with the genders they have today. But mainly, they can be a boy or a girl. You don't have to decide. It's up to you. Don't listen to your mommy and daddy. Don't listen to your doctor. You listen to you, because you're 4 and 5 years old, and you can make that decision. They are poisoning our children today. And I wish that more people were able to homeschool their children, to get them away from this trash, although sometimes I think that may be worse, because you got these nutty parents at home drilling this shit in their heads because that's what they believe. But these women, I call them women because they're women. They're not they and them. They should be removed from teaching. Their licenses should be revoked forever, because all they are doing is trying to make their cult bigger and bigger so they can be strong and say, see, we knew these kids all knew this when they were little. They knew when they were born. I, for one, know they're ridiculous, and I don't give two shits if they have a master's degree in education. They have nothing as far as I'm concerned, because all they're doing is pushing propaganda and poison on little children. And parents need to know about it, because it's happening in schools all over the country, and probably all over the world. It's being done behind parents' backs by teachers like this, like Miss Piper, who are playing it off with a little doll and poisoning those children's minds, saying, Nash is just a kid. They don't know if they're a boy or a girl. And she's making the kids repeat what she's saying. This is not acceptable. It never will be acceptable. And I don't know how many times I've heard this or read it or said it. Do what you want to do, but leave the kids alone. Let them be kids. Because she said, I'm just a kid. She's not letting those students just be kids, because she's trying to poison their minds with this they-them bullshit. And they can be a boy or a girl if they're the opposite sex. Stop the nonsense. Find these teachers. Fire them. I don't know where it was. If it was in Florida, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have jobs anymore, because governors have to jump on board Ron DeSantis' bandwagon and stop this nonsense from poisoning our children, because it's wrong. And quite frankly, it should be illegal, and these teachers should be held accountable by law for trying to form their cult and poison the minds of 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and all the way up to 12th grade. I'm sorry. It's wrong, and that's my opinion, and that's it for this episode. If you haven't liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. You'll never miss an episode. Share this video with somebody, because there's parents out there and this is happening to their kids in school behind their back. It's happening every single day, and it needs to stop. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. I'll see you real soon. Take care.